beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're talking about a collaboration that I am so excited to be sharing with you today, to be playing with, to be swatching, just the fact that this exists is incredibly exciting because this is a collaboration between Lethal Cosmetics and my friend Theresa from Theresa is Dead. This collaboration is so perfect, especially if you've watched any of the other videos where I talk about Lethal Cosmetics. I've done a couple little haul, swatch, review, tutorial videos using Lethal Cosmetics, and in every single one of those videos I end up mentioning Theresa because she's the one that turned me on to the brand. So this is just the most perfect collaboration. Very first thing I want to tell you is I am 100% a biased reviewer right now because Theresa is somebody who I consider to be a friend. I always like to mention this whenever I review makeup that's made in collaboration with or made by somebody who I personally consider to be a friend. Being biased doesn't mean that you're being dishonest. I'm just predisposed to like this and be excited about it because it's my friend, but I'm still going to give you all the honest info. I'm still going to give you my opinions, just like I do in every single video. So let's get into the details. This collection is called Lethal is Dead, so it's a mashup of Lethal Cosmetics and Theresa is Dead. Super funny. If you've ever watched Theresa, you know that there's humor infused in everything she does, so obviously her collaboration is no different. There are 3 little gel pot liners and then a 9-pan palette. All of this stuff has already been released. Everything sold out really quickly, but you can still pre-order all of these items. They're available from the Lethal Cosmetics website as well as the Camera Ready Cosmetics website. The liners are priced at $15.50 US, and the pre-order time for these is pretty quick. On the website it says they should ship within 1 to 2 weeks. The palette is priced at $37. And if you place a pre-order for the Lethal is Dead palette now, it should ship in the August to September timeframe. I should also mention that there is a bundle where you can get all 3 liners. The bundle price is $41.85, so you do save a little bit if you just want to get all 3 liners. Now, if you've watched any of my videos before, then you know I am just not a big eyeliner girl. For myself, I just don't really like to wear eyeliner personally. I think it looks amazing. It's just not really my style. So the best I can do is show you some close-ups and some swatches. But as far as like reviewing formula and application, I don't really have much to offer you there. Sorry. The liners come in these little pots. The lid is a screw top, and then there is a little stopper just to help keep the formula fresh. We have Ectoplasm. This is a bright slime green. Entity. This is a really, really cool and cool toned kind of smoky slate gray. And lastly, we have Spectre. This is a super rich kind of royal blue meets navy blue. I'm going to show you a little swatch on my arm so you can see all 3 shades applied to the skin. Like I said, I am not a liner type of gal. I just don't have the skills and the desire to acquire those skills. But I can say, from the point of view of somebody who reviews a lot of makeup and who puts their little hands on a lot of different makeup products, these are really, really cool, very unique, just incredibly different, fun, funky eyeliner colors. Even though these aren't the type of thing that are going to be like my daily staples, I appreciate how just unique and cool these shades are. Okay, let's move on to my favorite part of literally any collection ever, and that's the eyeshadow palette. We've got the little Lethal is Dead logo kind of dripping down here, definitely giving us hints of the horror themes to come. And when we look at the back here, we do have an ingredients list, and I want to point out Lethal Cosmetics is a German brand. These are made in Germany, and they are cruelty-free and vegan, so all my vegan friends, this one will work for you. The palette comes in a little sleeve instead of an outer cardboard box, so you just slide the sleeve off. Front artwork is the same, the back just doesn't have all the same info as the sleeve. This is a heavy duty cardboard packaging and it does have a magnetic closure. I love that sound. There is a mirror inside here, and the top part can fold all the way flat. That's something I really like in a palette. I just find it very user-friendly, so sometimes I mention it. Maybe that's not a big deal to other people. When we take a close-up look inside the palette, you'll see there are 9 shades laid out, 3 rows of 3, and all the shade names are printed inside next to the pans. We have a mostly matte palette here, 6 mattes and then 3 shimmers. I'm going to go ahead and show you some swatches of the Lethal is Dead palette now. All the swatches are done on the inside of my arm with no primer down first, just the shadows straight onto my skin. I will be showing you both finger and brush swatches. The finger swatches will be pictured on top, and then each corresponding brush swatch is directly below. For the brush swatches, I'll be using my e.l.f. flat eyeshadow brush, and I'll clean the brush off in between each shade using my Veramona color switch. That way there's no shadow transfer between swatches. And all of the brush swatches are done with a completely dry brush. So let's go ahead and take a look at those swatches now. I've said it before, Lethal has such amazing formulas. Their shimmers are incredibly intense, metallic, soft, smooth, buttery, delicious. Their mattes are just the right balance. They look very smooth and even, whether you're using a brush or a finger. They're not so intense and opaque and pigmented that they're hard to work with. There's not a lot of fallout. They blend really easily. They stay true to color on the skin. These shadows are very good, worth every single penny in my opinion. Now that you've seen all the shadows swatched, I want to show you a tutorial using this palette, of course. I've been playing with this palette for a few days since it arrived, and this is my favorite eye look. Probably not a surprise because purple is my favorite color. So let's take a look at the tutorial for this eye look, and then I'll wrap up all my thoughts at the end. I'm starting off by prepping my eye just like I always do. First, starting off with my favorite eye base. It's the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. Then I set that with just a little bit of setting powder to make everything nice and smooth for blending. Then I'm going to take this pink shade called The Final Girl, and I'm really softly just going to start in the very center of my crease and blend that color upwards and outwards. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going for more of a blown out look, and I'm going to add that exact same shadow along my lower lash line, just kind of smudge that out. Next, I'm taking this burgundy shade called Vengeful Spirit, and using a small flat brush, I'm going to pack that on the outer part of my eye and up into my outer crease area, just making that really intense, and just look at how beautifully that color translates to the lid. Then I'm using my original crease brush with no additional product and also my finger and just kind of smudging. These shadows are so easy to work with. They're just incredibly simple to blend. Even somebody like me can use them. Next, I'm taking Spellbound and just using my finger, I'm patting that right onto the lid to make sure I get the right placement, and then I kind of smudge over to activate the really metallic shine. Then I'm going to take Ancient Evil. This is sort of a peachy shimmer, and just using my little pinky finger, I'm going to dab just a little bit of that onto the inner corner for some extra shine there. Then I curled my lashes and added kind of a throwback here, the CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara, and that's my final look. This is incredibly simple to achieve, but I think it's just that perfect balance. Purple's my favorite eyeshadow color, so this is in my comfort zone, but it's still colorful, it's still fun and bright, but it's not technically an incredibly difficult look to create, and it's definitely not difficult to wear. I am so hooked on this look. First, let me just say I love this eye look. I also have done a similar version, replacing the pink in this maroon color with this light lavender and this more bluish purple for a more cool toned purple eye. Personally, I just like that little hint of pink, that little hint of warmth, but I love how well these colors work together. And I'm going to be honest with you, because I'm not a blue and green girl. When I first saw this, my eyes went directly to these 2 shades in the middle here, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's going to be too scary. First of all, if you cover those up, 7 out of the 9 shades are not really in your face intimidating colors, at least not to me. Maybe to others, but I think purples, pinks, burgundies, that's pretty well situated in the makeup safe zone as far as I'm concerned. If you're like me and you like dabbling in colors, but blues and greens are a little intimidating, just take note of what this palette looks like without those two shades. Now, I do not think in any way that this is a pop of blue palette, and I'm going to tell you why. When I look at this, I see 3 monochromatic eyeshadow trios. I'm going to show you a swatch on my arm with the shades grouped together so that you can see what I mean. If you put Straight to VHS, Body Snatched, Creature Feature together, Spellbound, Watery Grave, and Predator together, Ancient Evil, The Final Girl, and Vengeful Spirit together, what you have is basically monochromatic trio that has 1 shimmer for the lid, 1 mid-tone matte for the crease, and 1 deeper matte for the outer part of the eye. Very, very simple to create looks in that way. And once I started looking at this palette as those 3 separate trios, even though it's not laid out that way, in my brain I think that's a really workable way to look at these shades, and I do think that they're well curated. Obviously, based on my eye look today, you don't have to use it in that way, but if you're looking at these colors and you're intrigued but you're intimidated, or you feel like you can't make the color story make sense, that's definitely how I've been viewing this palette, and I think that that makes it super user-friendly. I love that she went for this horror movie theme, but she did these really bright, very cheerful colors. It's kind of perfectly Theresa if you think about it. I'm not a huge fan of scary movies, but I am a huge fan of Theresa. I see her so well reflected in this palette. It just makes me so happy. There's some humor to it. It's bright and bold, but also very user-friendly. You can get some really, really pretty looks here, and for only having 9 shades, I think there's a lot of versatility. The first day that I had this palette, I didn't have time to do a full-blown makeup look, but I wanted to play around with it, so I took the Final Girl, put that really quickly, just like sloppily all over my crease area, and then I took Ancient Evil and just wiped it over my lid, and it was such a basic type of go-to look for me, but there's just nothing boring about it. It makes me want to wear a Swamp Queen green, and I can't say that that's a feeling that I have very often, but once I start playing with this palette, it makes me want to go there. I love eyeshadow palettes that inspire me to go outside of my comfort zone. With this little 9 color selection, I can stay firmly in my comfort zone, like the eyeshadow look that I'm wearing today, which I cannot express to you how much I love and how often I have and will continue to wear this exact eye look. But like I was telling you before, using these 2 colors with the purple, that's not necessarily as much in my comfort zone as the warmer tones, but it's just so fun. I'm definitely inspired. I think this is a well curated collection and I love it. Congrats, Theresa, if you ever see this. Oh, I will also link her announcement video. It has to be the best collaboration announcement video I've ever seen. It's so funny yet informative. It's just, if you haven't watched Theresa, I cannot recommend her channel enough. She does such a great balance between bringing humor and lightness and making you laugh, but she also gives great information, really straightforward reviews. She does swear on her channel quite a bit, so if you've never watched her before, be warned. Wait until the kids go to bed. But I cannot recommend her enough as a reviewer, as just a human. Please check out her reveal video if you haven't seen it. It's hilarious. If you have seen it, go watch it again anyway for engagement. Now's the time when I want to hear what you think about this collection. Did you pick anything up on launch day? Are you going for the pre-order? I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! And swatch videos using... What's a good way to explain what I mean? Not sure. The liners are The liners are priced at $15 and $15.50. Love that. Okay, let's get to what at it makes me want to wear a swamp this eyeshadow look is everything. Oh, I love this purple color. What's it called again? Spellbound. Yeah. Yep. 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 Hopefully that made sense and all came together. I feel like since I'm not making as many videos this summer, I just feel out of practice and I feel like I'm forgetting things all the time. I was so used to just filming all the time. Cool. Sometimes that's the way I go. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I think you're really cool. And you know what? I love your face. So thanks for bringing your face here to this channel. Take your face to go. Say hi to Theresa. Okay. I love your face. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye.